I think I'll explain this in silence here, and hopefully you can see the display up here also. To have a really good tutorial on this, I suggest that you go to the website rocketronics.de and search there. There are some good examples, application examples, but I can do mine here also. So, testing the ELS. I mounted it as you see with the controller up there, power supply here. I've closed up the x-axis, still have to do that same here. Adjust and measure the travel and x and z so that these are correct. Now about to do some, I thought just show you some threading, maybe a taper also, and some manual turning. I have not yet switched to de-energized the X and Z axis motors, but that is very easily done just by inserting a switch on each of those lines, or one of the lines really. Thereby you can then move the axis by hand, you know, the handwheels. Okay. So we can do both here. We'll try. You can't see the display anyway, so just explain what I'm doing. So now I just shall skim this surface. So I have done that already, so I can set 0 here on my axis, at least on the X. Z is not so important, but this X. So then I know that my infeed is just touching here. So fast and slow controls, meaning I can move the axis like this, or slow, the same with the X. So I go back again here, and I move a little bit in, just let's say, you can see here 0.05 of a millimeter. I start the spindle again. Now I want to do a slow operation. Manual, skimming the surface. This is manual, of course. So that wasn't enough. Okay, go back. Now I can do the same if I have the turning here. I can set the length. First of all, I'll find the length. I've zeroed the set here, so I just run it over here to see how far I shall run. Okay, that was 32 millimeters. So then I set my set, go up, set my set to 32 millimeters. You set it a little bit further, 33, 34, something like that. And now number 6. I go back again to I can go beyond 0 if I want to. And then I set my, go down, and I set my x-axis. I set that to minus, let's say minus 1. Which means that if I energize, it says it takes 2 passes at 45 hundredths. So I can adjust that so it makes 3 passes at 3/10, or 4 at 2, or 5 at 1.8. So I'd rather do that. Once I hit the button again. The rough pass goes out, goes back, goes in again. You can see the controls are moving. Turning test in steel. I set my Z and X axis. I have a feed rate of 0.5 millimeter per turn. I have a distance I want to cover, let's say 2 centimeters, 20 millimeters. And then I want to go in, let's say 2 millimeters. So if I turn on the spindle now, running at, see, some 900 RPMs. It's a little bit of a clunk sound, but that's the So now I'm trying to replicate an MT2 taper and just selected arbitrarily 80 millimeters longitudinal feed or the stretch. Now we'll go down taper 1 to 20.047, that is 3.40 millimeters. Okay. If I go start the spindle, says it's measured. I will have a feed rate of. I think that feed rate is a little bit too high. But we can try. I want to take it conservatively again. 10th of a millimeter per pass. So let's try. As you can see, I think I have the infeed set a little bit too high. So then I will go up and change that to 200 instead of I mean 0.2 instead of 0.5, and then I'll run again. So we'll try. Is that better? Just stabilize it. 9 out of 10 steps. Speed is at 0.2 millimeters. I think this is the last one. And the revolutions, 1,000 revolutions. Now it's finished. Yeah, I got a little bit of chatter here. You see that? But all in all, for the first effort, okay, I hope. I move the function to thread, external thread. I want to make a 3 millimeter thread, 3 millimeter lead. This 3 millimeter per revolution. I want to have the same set. I want to have 2 millimeter in. So I start the spindle again. I'll go down in speed a bit. I'll start, and then I'll get one, let's say, idle here where I can check my parameters. So I see my setting is 3 millimeter lead, 2 millimeter infeed, and 12 passes. So if I want to adjust the passes, I can do that. As I want to go 16 passes instead. Do that. I've yet to master this, but let's just say that I want to make a thread here, made an undercut. So I position the tool and set my zeros to where I want the thread to start, and then I just choose the thread pitch. It's a 3 millimeter pitch. Not sure if that is correct yet, but so let's start the spindle. It says it's going, I think it's going 10 passes now. So let's start. Oh, wow. And I set it to 1.5 millimeter depth. Tja, at least there are some threads. Well, as a first effort, so I'm attempting a 3 millimeter lead thread at say 1.5 millimeter depth at 20 millimeter length. Okay, I'll start the spindle, which is probably way too fast for threading anyway. you'll see it suggests to me I will do 10 passes, which is probably okay. I'll try that. So that was my 20 passes at the 3mm lead screw, or sorry, screw. So at least the 3mm pitch thread successfully in steel. 20 passes with 25/100ths of a millimeter infeed. I cut the relief here far too shallow, but okay, so be it. But at least seems to function okay. As you can see, and here, I'm probably having too hefty of an infeed, or the fact that now I'm just using for this trial the normal threading tool, no sorry, turning tool, not the threading tool. It starts cutting on both edges, not sure, but anyway, you see the threads coming along. So with a little bit more playing with the infeed, I think I can call it a day. Now I'm about to try the dreaded parting. Let's see. Not done this on this slate before. And I move to parting. Okay. Feed rate. I want a slow feed rate. I want it to go. What the heck? Let's try 4mm. A little bit higher speed. Let's try. tip broke, I think. Well, see if I can feed in. Okay. That was not a good start. Probably the feed rate was too high. Still too high. Okay. Let's try. Well, didn't stall the first time, but the next time.